Hello and welcome to We Move with Super Eagles as we continue to count down the days to the start of the African Fiesta. It kicks off in Cameroon from January the 9th. My name is Tolu Shotade. We Move with Super Eagles is proudly brought to you by MTN, the official communications partners of Nigeria's national football teams and the Super Eagles of Nigeria. I've got the guys here with me, as always, as we count down to the start of Africa's biggest football tournament. Bada Akintunde Johnson is here. And Bada, we're talking about something interesting today. Where do we see the Super Eagles preparing for the tournament?
It really doesn't matter to me. It would help that it helps them to acclimatize someplace that is similar to, the weather conditions of the city where they're going to be playing. Other than that, you just want the right infrastructure, the right equipment, the right training materials available to them.
Not the local players.
The local players, a few of them as well.
Materials.
A few of them not as training materials, as members of the squad. For me, it's a moot point. You just want the team to play in a place that is similar in terms of what is available in Cameroon.
All right. The Queen of Freebies also joins us. She is quite generous to some people and not quite generous to other people, but it's good to have you.
It's funny how we just keep on going back and forth with the same issue.
Until I get a goodie bag on the set of this show.
I promise you one at the end of the show so we can wrap this up.
Is that the way of keeping me quiet? That doesn't work. But what do we expect today, though?
Pretty much everything nice, everything spicy.
Game or questions?
I don't know. We'll find out.
All right. So we'll take a break on We Move with Super Eagles. When we come back, we'll try to postulate where the Super Eagles will be preparing for the African Fiesta. Stick around, don't go anywhere. We will be right back after this.
Oh, yeah. Super Eagles, we move. Yeah. All right. Say. We're not on the darks. We're Super Eagles. We're soaring so high. Against the lords, we never say never. Fight until we win. And we raise our flags, wave it in the air. Our colors on our backs, we move. Yeah, it's in our DNA. We've got something to prove. It's time to let the whole world know. This Niger, yeah, champions la wow. Yeah, this Nigeria, champions la wow. Yeah, this Niger, yeah, champions la wow. This Nigeria, champions la wow. Yeah. Listen to this one. Hey, who them be, where them they, them know it. Tell them, make them not forget your baskets, cause you're giant of Africa. You know that's who we are. Take a bow when you hear our names. Super Eagles, don't show, giant of Africa. You know that's who we are. Take a bow when you hear our name. Attention, don't be stubborn, no. Super Eagles, we move. Super Eagles, we move.
All right, welcome back. It is still We Move with Super Eagles. The program is proudly brought to you by MTN. Next, we will try to postulate where the Super Eagles of Nigeria will be taking their preparations to as they get ready for the African Fiesta in Cameroon. In the past, the Eagles have been known to fly out of the country to prepare for a tournament on the African continent, but it doesn't look like with the COVID-19 situation like that will be something that makes any sense. But we will be looking at whether or not they will be here in Nigeria, maybe go to Cameroon, or still go to Europe in the coming days. But let me start with you. Preparation, like you said in the start, really doesn't concern you as long as Super Eagles arrive at the tournament in top shape. But if you had a preference as to where they will be preparing for the tournament, would you maybe favor staying here in Nigeria or going to Cameroon really early, or maybe go to Europe and then go to Cameroon from Europe?
Europe, out of the question. The protocols around COVID and travel, absolute nightmare. It's not worth it. Apart from that, Europe is particularly cold at the beginning of the year. It's winter. We're not playing in winter. The city where the Super Eagles will be playing in Cameroon is said to be hot. So that can be an ideal way to prepare. If you're, training in a cold region and you're going to play in a hot region. Lagos definitely out of it. For me, historically, it's been so difficult to get the Super Eagles players to focus in Lagos. And when I say historically, I mean way back in the 80s, Super Eagles players used to sneak out of camp to go to clubs, to go party. And I thought we were past that stage up until Geno Raw started to talk about the indiscipline and the fact that family members used to come and disturb the players all the time in Lagos. And that's one of the reasons why they lost to Central African Republic. So definitely, Lagos will be out of it because they will not be able to focus. There will be too many distractions. So maybe Uyo, again, geographically, it's closer to Cameroon than anywhere else in the country. So if they can just find a place devoid of distractions where they can just focus and prepare, my choice will be Uyo.
But at the end of the day, we've seen bigger teams. I don't think if South Africa had qualified for the African Fiesta, they probably would have. It's a no-brainer. If England qualified for the World Cup, they train in England. If the Italians qualify for the World Cup, they train in Italy. Why is it such a hard thing for the Super Eagles to focus here in Nigeria?
It's not necessarily hard. I just feel like Ross said, the indiscipline in the camp. I feel like if the Super Eagles even set their mind, to doing it, it's a thing of the mind. If they set their mind to doing it, they can actually camp in Lagos.
Just telling the players, family members aren't allowed. This is a training camp.
No, they won't. They won't listen.
So apart from that, you talk about England. England has a training facility where they can just be locked away and nobody comes there.
You can lock the Super Eagles away.
You can't lock them in a hotel. You can't. Other people have access to the place.
So is it safe to say Super Eagles should go somewhere up north? After all, it's cold. It's hot, really hot.
Yeah, but there are human beings up north. Some of them are from there. Ahmed Musa, for instance, can have 200
But we'll remove him. He won't be there.
200 people coming to look for him. The truth is, there is a need for us to build a training complex for our national teams. A place where they have everything they need. The other day, they were locked out of the gym at a hotel. The senior national, that's a shame. Come on. National teams have dedicated spaces meant for them, belonging to them, where they have everything that they require, and that's what we need.
That's definitely what we need. But we do accept that Europe is not an option.
No, this is not Nigeria, Ghana that we're going to camp in Portugal. No, we're camping here in Nigeria. It's hot enough in this country. It's not hot. This is the kind of weather that we need. The weather should be the first thing
There'll
that
be no
comes to mind,
distractions
honestly.
in Europe, though.
The weather, the distractions. Who told you there won't be distractions?
I don't think there'll be as much distraction as right here.
There will be distractions. They should take our players up north. Me, I've told you, any training facility that we need to build, should build it up north. That is the best place to train. That's the best place to camp for Cameroon 2022.
But what is the best option, though? We've talked about in Nigeria. We've also talked about going to Europe. But the last option is just going to Cameroon nice and early and getting acclimatized with the surroundings.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm not sure the players would want it, though, because for them, you want to arrive at a competition maybe 7 days out from the first game. But ideally, I'll take them there maybe 2 weeks before so that, they can settle in. And because all our games are in the same city, and if we top the group, we continue playing in that city. It means we'll be there for a while. So we might as well go in there early, like you said, get acclimatized, get settled in, and, get focused on the task at hand. The truth of the matter is, Tolu, it doesn't matter where the Super Eagles stay in Nigeria. Christmas, they're going to turn up. New Year Eve, they're going to turn up. It's just what it is. There's a limit to how much influence the coach can exert. Because, again, it's not a boarding school. It's not a dormitory. It's not...
these are men.
These are grown men.
Yeah.
And these are mega, rich human beings who, you don't want to fall out with. You want to exert some discipline in camp, but at the same time, you also want to do it as though you're dealing with adults. So there will be days when there's not a lot of training. They want to have fun. If you take them to Cameroon, how are they going to have fun? On Facebook and Twitter? But if they stay around, Akwa Ibom or Lagos, whatever else, on those days when they're not really, really into training, at least they can receive guests, they can go out and whatnot.
Okay, so we agree, though, that wherever they end up, it doesn't really matter. as long as they do prepare.
Yeah, they recognize the task at hand, focus on it, and do what is required.
I totally agree about that. They need to focus and do what is expected of them.
All right, so we will be interested in seeing just where the Super Eagles end up, whether it's in here in Nigeria or in Cameroon very early, or they still go to Europe for an African tournament that will be held in the heat of Cameroon. So that's the much we can take on the first half of the show. We'll take a break. When we come back, we'll look at Sudan and how they're falling from one of the favorites to win the African tournament from years past to now being just unlikely performers at the African Fiesta. We'll take a break, and when we come back, it'll be time for Team Focus.
That lets you chat, call, read, play, and listen to music. Enjoy Ayoba with MTN. Download Ayoba now.
MTN, official communication partners of the Super Eagles and other national football teams, are poised to follow the Super Eagles wherever they go in the special bumper countdown to Africa's greatest football fiesta. The Eagle Eye segment is a fly on the wall in the team camp as we bring exclusive and entertaining behind-the-scenes activities of the teams, while Talking Tough curates informative and captivating one-on-one chats with the players and coaching staff. Head-to-head pits Super Eagles stars against each other as we review their stats and various forms, while Team Focus segment highlights other African teams and how they are prepping for the tournament ahead. Beneath their wings, we move. The human interest hub of the show projects the MTN We Move spirit as we capture motivational grass-to-grace stories of Super Eagles top stars, while star players to watch brings to the fore the key players in all the African teams to keep an eye out for. Blast from the past takes you down memory lane to Super Eagles' glorious moment in the summit of continental football history, while Game On rewards our team in followers and active social media base with exciting rewards from MTN as we move to the epic celebration of African soccer. Of course, the lighter note segment ignites a side attraction of an unequaled blaze of value-added entertainment with heartwarming comedy and music, a unique collabo of soccer and fun. Join us as we move with the Super Eagles to higher heights of continental glory. For more details, follow us on @MTNNG, @MTN Nigeria, on Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube. Welcome, MTN, everywhere you go.
Welcome back. It is still We Move with Super Eagles. Up next, we head to Team Focus. And the team we're looking at today are the Falcons of Sudan, who are one of the unlikely winners of the tournament. Once upon a time, Sudan, a founding member of the Continental Football Association, that's CAF, were a powerhouse. Imagine, they, alongside Egypt and Ethiopia, played at the first edition of the tournament in 1957. In 1970, Sudan finally won the tournament for the first time. So Sudan are former winners of the African Fiesta. And I think you guys must respect them for that. They come into this African Fiesta and they might not win this time, but respect them, they are former winners.
Absolutely. You can't take that from them. Whether it happened, when
in 1970,
when people were still wearing long sleeve shirts and trousers to play football, doesn't really matter. They are former winners. Unfortunately, their stock has sort of really, gone down since then. I can't remember the last time Sudan was mentioned as a serious footballing team. And it's not because we don't like them, it's just because they haven't exactly done anything of note in all of these years. I remember, though, when Omdurman was a very difficult place.
I remember the Super Eagles going there.
Yeah, and winning, it must be said.
Quite comfortably.
4-0. I remember Yakubu Aigbeni just being on fire in that game. But they'll come to this competition largely unknown. And that in itself can be a strength because, opposition can't really plan for you because they don't know you. And that, can be something that, they can use to surprise a few teams. But remember, when they won back in 1970, they had one of the best leagues on the continent. Their teams were doing well in the Cup Winners' Cup, doing well in the
Champions League?
CAF Champions
CAF Cup.
at the time. But since then, it's been downhill. But you expect them to be stubborn, difficult to break down. They do a lot of running, like the Ethiopians, Eastern African teams, Kenyans. They will be athletic. They were full of running. 95 minutes, they're still running. But running to where? And doing what running is the question, skill level, minimal, but they'll be full of endeavor. They'll believe, they will try to be very difficult to beat, but they'll still be beaten.
All right, and unfortunately for them, they are in Group D of the African Fiesta, alongside the Super Eagles of Nigeria. So you have to take that date when the Super Eagles take on Sudan. There's Egypt also in that group, as well as Guinea-Bissau. So we are patriotic. Nigeria go through, Egypt go through, Sudan go home.
You can't really say. Because they have won before. And I know it's not the same set of players that are playing now, but I mean, when I think about it, really, I only know Mohamed in their team, and I know he's got pace. I know that for sure, and his dribbling tactics it's impressive. He is a great scorer of free kicks. But where does he ply his trade? He plies his trade in Sudan as well. He is a Sudanese player, and they'll be going with a lot of mostly, 100% of their local players are the people they're going to be going with. And not to be disrespectful to their local league or anything, I don't think I've heard anybody ever. What's their local league even called? I don't really think they've got the experience.
The likes of Al Hilal, though. They're always in the conversation nowadays. That's why I'm not the biggest fan of Sudan doing well at the African tournament, but I'm also wary of the fact that they could be very, very dicey opponents.
Yeah. Don't write them off. The thing that teams that can call on the bulk of their players from their local league always have going for them is cohesion, because they play in the same league, and they probably have been playing together for a very long time. The man, Tahir, is 37. He's been in the national team for as long as he's been an adult. Yeah, so...
With just 12 goals.
Well, yes, but the truth of the matter is that when you play together for a very long time, it shows, without even looking, you can play past knowing where the man can be. But at the end of the day, the tournament is the zenith of African football, where the best players on the continent ply their trade. If this was Chan, maybe. But when the big boys come to town, Sudan would have to,
it's just like saying Ahmed Musa is their star player, because this is their star player. I think he's the most capped for Sudan, and it's just like saying Ahmed Musa is going to be your star player. What exactly are we expecting him to bring to the table, aside his dribbling tactics and his ability to score free kicks?
If they had Ahmed Musa though,
there will be a chance.
They will be fancying their chances.
It will be interesting to see what happens with the Sudanese national team at the African Fiesta. They're grouped alongside Nigeria, Egypt, and of course, Guinea-Bissau. One quick question though. Any likelihood they could surprise the Eagles?
They'll be pounded by the Eagles. Yeah, they'll be pounded. They'll be battered by Egypt.
Oh my goodness.
Guinea-Bissau probably is the only game where they have a chance to get a win, a face-saving win in the group. I think that they don't have the luck of the draw. It's a pretty difficult group that they've been put in.
All right, so with that, we wish the Sudanese the very best against the Super Eagles and the Pharaohs of Egypt. They're going to need a lot of luck in those two games. We'll take a break. On we move with Super Eagles. When we come back this time, it will be time for the Queen of Freebies to hand out prizes. Stick around already.
If I buy this bully, now trekking be my portion. We do. It be like say it happen for them. Almost level. No darling. After all of us now visitor. Oh boy, now me don't want place with 7 times a woof. Bros don't get 5 times a woof. And this I don't collect 6 times a woof. This one now, woof everywhere you go.
Whether you be new or old MTN customer, turn up a woof with the boss spray everywhere you go.
Ah, Bobby, make una show.
the Super Eagles powered by MTN, of course. And you know that when you see me in my office, it is game on! Game on! That's right, that's the energy. You see me with a ball, of course, you know it's time for us to play a game. And today's game is very, 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 very simple. I promise you, all you have to do is head this ball 5 times. You complete it, just 5 times. I know, right, bros? It's very easy, right? Yeah, so you head this ball 5 times, and of course, our goodie bag could be yours. 2 contestants, let's go. Let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go. I have the man on yellow, and of course, the lady beside you. Let's share the love. Come on, let's go. This way, I'll have you stand here beside me, first of all. All right. So, let's go. Just 5 times, very easy. I can do like 17, so please don't fold my hand. Let's go. All right, let's go. Okay, because I really like you so much, I'm going to give you another try. Let's go. All right. Okay, you tried. Thank you so much. All right, let's have you step down. You're putting on the MTN color. Don't fall our hands. Let's go. All right, 5. All right, so congratulations. I'll have my ball back. Thank you. And this is for you, courtesy MTN. So what do we say to MTN?
MTN, thank you so much. I really appreciate this. And thank you.
Maybe thank you. All right, thank you so much. Maybe you could train with the Super Eagles. Yeah. All right, go back to your seat. Well, of course, with that, we have come to the end of the Game On segment. Maybe one of these days I could show you guys my heading skills. But till then, it's been wonderful hosting the Game On segment. Remember to follow the conversation online at MTNNG on Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube is at MTN Nigeria. Tolu, over to you.
You got it. All right, so we could head the ball 20 times if we wanted to, but we don't like to show off.
Oh, you're right.
It's their task, it's not ours. All right, thank you very much, Ose, for that. In case you're just joining us, you've missed an absolutely wonderful show. Go to YouTube right now. I said MTN Nigeria and catch this episode of We Move with Super Eagles, as well as other previous editions of the show, so you do not miss out on anything as we count down to the African Fiesta. It kicks off on January the 9th. Bana, holding the ball. Sudan are in trouble against the Super Eagles at the African Fiesta.
They have to be. There's no hiding place. If the Eagles must win that group, they've got to beat Sudan, beat Guinea-Bissau, and play for a result.
Beat Egypt.
Play for a result against Egypt.
Why can't they
a draw might be good enough.
But they can't beat Egypt.
Of course, they can beat Egypt.
They will beat Egypt.
I'm not a pastor or prophet. I'm not going to prophesy. But I mean, they're more settled going into this tournament. We've had this disruption, so I'm sort of bringing my expectations within the realm of reality.
All right, so it's been a wonderful show. Remember, it's been We Move with Super Eagles, proudly brought to you by MTN, the official communications partners of Nigeria's national football teams, and most especially the team we will be supporting at the African Fiesta, the Super Eagles of Nigeria. My name is Tolu Shotade. I hope you guys had fun. We'll see you next time.